Hello everyone, my name is Michelle and welcome to the channel, and we've made it to season 3. We're doing season 3 episodes 1, 2, and 3. You can also find the full reactions up on Patreon as well as earlier reactions up there, so pop on in if you'd like. So let's see, we left off with the season 2 finale where effectively Kendall got his groove back. At least that's how I'm seeing it, and I'm glad that happened because Kendall, I'm not gonna say I hated his storyline, I'm not gonna go that far, but you know how you have to, okay, so you know how you kind of hate when writers just, when they're doing character arcs, they jump a character from like point A to point D, but you don't see B and C, and it's like sometimes you understand why they don't put your character, like they don't show you B through C, because it can get a bit not necessarily boring, but repetitive. I feel like that's what season 2 was for Kendall. It wasn't the, like, it wasn't the, what's the word? It wasn't as, I don't want to say energetic as, or fast moving as season 1 was for Kendall, where he was making all these choices and making all these big decisions, being pulled one way, being pulled the other, just all of this stress and just put on his shoulders. And his father ends up in the hospital and all these big decisions he has to make. It wasn't like that in season 2, and you completely understand why, given the season 1 finale. It was necessary to see that it's like the, yeah, like I said, it's like B and C. Like you always say, oh, yo, writers, give me the in-between. You want to flesh it out, but it's like sometimes there's a reason why the writers will skip B and C, because it's not the most like fun thing to watch, and you always want to be entertained. Not to say that it wasn't entertaining, you don't see the value. It's just in comparison to what you got for Kendall in season 1, season 2 wasn't as like gripping, just for Kendall. I would say like Kendall really just played that submissive role, and you'd see like scratches of, I don't want to say that, I don't want to categorize Kendall as a badass, because I don't see him as a badass, but there are moments where he imposes himself, and you saw that throughout season 1, and I feel like in season 2 you got glimmers of it, but anytime he imposed himself, it was for the benefit of his father. And it's so jarring because in season 1 you always felt like, yeah, he wasn't just working on behalf of his father, he was also working on behalf of himself, if you get what I'm saying. Like it felt like, oh, Kendall, do something for yourself in season 2, but you completely understand why. It's like this guilt, it's survivor's guilt over the death of that boy, and how the boy lived for a while underneath, and Kendall, you know, he did dive back down to like see if there was something he could do to help the kid. Like, I know he's not a kid, but he's young, like much younger, so you always call like young adults kids. So he does try to go under, and then he gets that confirmation from, I forgot the guy's name, but like he seems to be like the family cleaner in a way. He gets that information that the kid did live for a while, like he got his seatbelt off, and it indicates that he tried to live. He tried to make it out of the car, and it's like that's another weight on Kendall. It's just, you understand it, you understand the survivor's guilt, you understand everything he's going through. It's just the submissiveness to his father that was like, oh my god, no, Kendall, fight back. And then we finally got him fighting back at the end, and the way they just threw Kendall under the bus was so aggravating, because there were moments where it seemed like Kendall, like when the news first broke in what was it, the Argestis episode, like Kendall does seem to like no, we can't just sweep this under the rug, is what he kind of wanted to do. He really wanted to try to do it the right way, but it's like he's getting in a pissing match with Shiv because he feels insecure over Shiv now being involved, and I think he does feel threatened by her intelligence, and he doesn't want to fall out of favor for his father, because I feel like there's still parts of Kendall that wants to be CEO, that's still very much ingrained into where he believes he belongs. And even though he's in a very emotionally fragile state, that ambition still exists in him. So you saw like little moments of it like that. I feel like that's where a lot of his like those, you know, you saw like those little looks he would give Shiv. Like I feel like that ambition, it was just crushed under guilt and sorrow and grief and his addiction, and like throwing himself even further into it, or not even further into it, but just casually keeping up with it. Just you know, that it's like he wanted to do the right thing in regards to the scandal, but at the same time it's like he's told the family line, and at the same time he doesn't want to surrender his position as CEO or what he believes is his like birthright to that position to Shiv. So it's like he's being pulled in three different directions. But I do think throwing Kendall under the bus is so wrong. Like throwing anybody in the bus other than the one who covered it up, the one who knew about it, the ones who were responsible for hurting those women, those are the ones who should be quote unquote thrown under the bus. In my opinion, it's not throwing them under the bus. It's like taking accountability for what you did, for the lives that were hurt, for the women who were hurt. Like you want someone to kind of get justice in a way, like these women to get justice and someone to pay, but it's like realistically that's not happening. So they just threw Kendall under the bus. Well, Logan did. I hate it. Speaking of, what's gonna happen to Logan? Like what I do wonder, like, okay, so he goes up there and he puts it all on his father. So what's the recourse there? Like I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that now that it's Logan who's in the frying pan. Well, he was always in the fire pan, but now the fire's turned up on him. I wonder what this means going forward for him. Is he going to be dragged back into hearings? Is there going to be an investigation done on him? How much he knew? What his role was? What's the extent in which Logan can be held accountable for this now that I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Like, could there be criminal actions taken against him? I don't think so. Oh, well, you know what? We'll just get into this. Anyways, if you like any part of this reaction, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. It helps the video, helps the channel. I truly appreciate the support. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to.
And where are we going, Ken?
Waystar, plant a flag, fix up my lawyer, PRs, get some independent directors shaking, and maybe ride in to see the feds.
I am so happy right now. Yes, Kendall. Oh, that's my Kendall. He's back.
This is a company vehicle. I mean, I don't have a dog in this fight, but since you just clearly opened the company up to investigations, lawsuits, I imagine you're no longer working for the company. Yeah, violating your duty of confidentiality, violating your fiduciary duties as a director.
Are you with me, yes or no?
Say yes.
Why did you do it like that, Ken? I mean, did you know?
Me? No.
That's definitely a lie, right? Because he had the documents.
Out. Out, please. I need to make calls. I can't have weevils in the flour sack.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Well, Carolina, you picked a side. Oh, just popped in. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, Carolina, but them boots were made for walking. Oh.
Okay. Kendall's just attending to some other matters, but I can pass on your thoughts.
Tell him you're proud of him. You said he's not a killer. He showed he was.
If you were to retract and say that you were unwell and that you misspoke, then maybe there's a deal.
Nope.
I'm gonna grind these fucking bones and make my bread.
He says in that case, he's going to grind up your bones.
Why not just
to
put the
make
phone on
his bread.
speakerphone at this point?
That's bullshit. It was a play, it was a fucking move, so don't act like a cunt to me, because I won't fucking was!
Okay, bye.
Poor Jess! Save Jess, y'all.
Action stations. I gave him a chance. Jerry! Everyone!
Okay, listen, I get it. He needs to go in survival mode, Logan, but like, I feel like a part of him, just a tiny, tiny part, is proud that Kendall did it. Like, I know I saw him smirk or smile when Kendall threw him under the bus in the finale.
President is basically supportive. But they think it might be best for there not to be a call with you on the White House log today.
Jerry, I think he just feels for Logan.
Great. Well, just let him know that we are not asking for favors.
But we're asking for a favor.
We just wouldn't.
The DAG likes to think she's something of a straight shooter. Marilyn's prickly, so that's your only issue, Marilyn.
Well, maybe you should just fire her.
Justice can't do nothing.
Well, they could.
If It's out of our hands.
Ooh. Nope, y'all do not have the AG. Is that Kendall?
Oh, Shiv. Shivy, shivy, shivy.
What the hell?
How you doing over there? You ready to come over? I got a spot for you.
Oh my god.
Okay, Jess, what do we got?
These siblings are a mess. And I'm starting to love them again.
Sarajevo.
I think Michelle Ann freaked him out.
Oh, yeah.
There's other places to consider.
Bahrain, Bosnia, Kuwait, Lebanon.
Yeah, because I'm like
Maldives.
that conversation did not seem cooperative whatsoever. You do not have the executive branch on your side, let alone the justice. Or judicial, I should say.
I imagine that none of them have an extradition treaty with the U.S.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much cover I've got.
You've got none!
I need to talk to a lawyer on my position.
What, like a kind of Leo Upton type?
Yeah, there are 3 or 4 good women, but Lisa has an excellent brain. She's a winner.
Are they gonna fight? Okay, I see this. They're both gonna... I guess Lisa Ann's gonna have to decide who she's gonna back, Kendall or Logan.
I may need to step back a little.
Okay. Oh, well, then who would...
I don't want to go back right now.
I want you safe. That's the most important.
I always forget. These kids do love him. It's like I always forget that there is a love. It's not just a desire for approval. They actually do love their father. Strange thing.
Just chill here for some time.
Is he in a hotel?
Hello. Hey.
Oh, it's been so long.
You okay? How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I said. Go with the kids. Stay where the kids are at. And yeah.
Is this okay to do a few calls? I wouldn't ask if I had options.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks, Rob.
For the babies. I love to see him with his kids. I don't want him to. I don't want him to lose his bond with his babies. Like that's your family. Those are your kids. Yeah, you start in your family, but then you start your own Ooh, puppy. Start your own family.
No, just the press. They're swarming mine, and I need a hidey hole for meetings. Plus, I actually wanted to see you and the kids.
Thank you. Yes. See the kids.
It was kind of for you guys.
Yeah.
Was it though? Was it? I don't want Ken to lose his bond with his kids, as well as the mother of his children. That's why I'm always like, can we see him with his kids a bit more? I don't want him to end up like his dad with his kids. That'd be heartbreaking to me for his character.
I'll step back as CEO. But we'd love a woman. So Shiv or Jerry. But I'd like experience. So, Roman.
He is picking a new CEO in real time.
Oh, okay. Let me just check that. So you're okay to push me?
Well, sure, that's what I wanted to know, because he's gonna fight, he says. You want to be the face of that?
Oh.
I like Roman.
I like Roman.
Of course I like Roman.
Sure you do. He'll fire you on day 1.
That is so true. That's one thing that has remained consistent from episode 1. Roman loves Frank. I really wonder what happened to them when he was at that position. Like, they were like, what did Frank do to piss Roman off this badly? During their time, I think he was working and he was like his supervisor. Frank,
I think it should be me.
Okay.
It's my time. I can do it. I want it, and I think I can do it. So.
you said think. You know you can.
Maybe a couple of years under the wing of an older hen
Oh.
could, you know, see me crack out of the old egg.
He's gonna push for Jerry with Roman under, like, Jerry and then Roman kind of shadows Jerry.
Okay, good. Can I have the room, please?
Is this the lawyer? Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Kendall also want her as his lawyer? I think he said that when he was in the car with Jess and all of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my own position here. And to be honest, I could do with a friend. You know, I don't know what my dad did, and I don't know what my brother did, and I don't know what the firm did. I'm gonna fucking pie here, Lisa. Can I clean it up? I don't know. I have a plan. But I could easily get crushed between these two men. And I need to game things out, and I need to do that with someone who can give me a read legally and culturally and politically and socially and...
Okay,
It's a
look,
lot.
okay,
I
look,
trust
look,
you.
look, stop, Shiv.
I'm sorry, does that mean what I think it means?
As in,
are we done?
Get up and get out,
Yeah.
Shiv.
Careful who you hitch your wagon to, honey, because a lot of wagons are going in the ditch.
Right. Thanks, honey.
You know, you'd actually consider working with that disingenuous doll?
So did Kendall already get her? I thought there was gonna be probably a little war over her. I know this actress. I've seen her. I think I've seen her in a Tyler Perry movie. I swear to God. Does her name start with like an S? S-A-N-A. Oh my goodness. What? I know your face. I know your name.
Hey, Logan. Okay. Great. It's me.
Oh.
You're kidding.
It's me.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Oh. Okay, Jerry. Okay, Jerry. I thought it should be her.
So, we lost Lisa?
Oh, also Jerry got the job. He wanted me to tell you.
But I got a song for you. It goes, your friend doesn't like you, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Dad wants to fire you.
Y'all are such assholes to each other. I'm sorry. I'd have to choke one of my siblings out. I'm surprised these siblings have not laid hands on each other. And I have a great relationship with my sister, but we have put hands on each other. Granted, we were much younger and stupid.
As I understand it, you want to take down your dad without implicating yourself.
Correct.
And without damaging the company to the extent that you lose control at your shareholder meeting.
Correct.
And you know that Shiv and I have had a friend relationship.
Here, I will do whatever you tell me to do. I'm your puppet.
Okay. Well, in the first instance, we need to make sure you're in the clear with your friends at 1 St. Andrews.
Right.
So the first thing is to make sure your head isn't on the block, okay?
Lisa Arthur is going to represent Kendall.
Huh?
This man's about to choke somebody out soon.
We'll go full feast.
See, now how did the first episode of season 3 outdo the entirety of season 2? I love when Kendall and Logan are at it. That is when, to me, the show's at its height. For me, that's when I find myself like when Kendall and Logan are like, bam! Maybe that's why season 2 fell off for me. Make him squirm, Kendall! Make him squirm! Yes! Okay, yeah. There you go, Sanaa Lathan or something like that. Okay, I saw her name. I knew, I was like, I know the name. I just can't say it. Oh, this was a great episode. Okay, I'm in love with it again. I'm in love with it again. I'm in love again. Next episode.
Greg. Let's game a call with your grandpa. I'd like us to get you and squared off.
Oh, yeah. I think,
Yeah, that's not going to work well.
I guess maybe you ought to just...
Yeah, because Greg decided to stay.
Tom keeps calling. He just wants to know where we got the papers or you got,
Look,
and what's in the
I'm
papers.
going to burn you, kiddo. I don't even have to tell the government where I got the papers.
Well, you said what is it, yell man?
If y'all don't secure Greg, if he loses this because Greg's bitch ass, is that a horse? Is that supposed to represent a Trojan horse?
I'm gonna hop in that elevator while it's still...
Oh my god, Greg, you're so
Very nice.
annoying.
Don't piss me off.
Okay. Is that a joke? Who's the Trojan horse here?
You want me to look inside?
Oh my god.
Send it back. It said something. I need to...
Oh, there he is, the little man who started this big war.
How you doing?
Can we get out of the sunlight, please? Who sold you the thoroughbred?
I want you to join me. I want you on my side.
I'm not here to cozy up.
And why are you here?
I felt I had no choice.
Oh, come on, Ken. That was self-aggrandizing bullshit. It was a peacock show.
That's fair.
The funny thing is, if he said, Shiv, you're the best person to throw up there, I 1000% believe she would have done the same thing Kendall did. So I don't get why they're all judging him when I damn well know if it had been Ken, Shiv, Roman, they all would have, maybe not Roman, but Ken and Shiv, they would have thrown their dad over the family.
You tell yourself you're a good person. But you're not a good
Thank
person.
you. Yes, Kendall. None of you are. Thank you.
Kendall, you have a visitor.
Is it Stewie?
Roman's downstairs. Okay.
Okay, well, looky here. Who's all this then, huh?
Hey.
Hi, okay. Well, fuck me, I wondered, but alright. Oh, here he comes, the attention whore. Are you those Danish cinnamon things from the wherever place?
Oh, that's that's sweet. That is so kind.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, shut up. Just eat them or don't.
Aw. Is it weird that I like that he actually got him the Danish?
Okay, don't touch any of her shit. Let's gang up on Dad and take him down.
Jesus, let me shut the door first.
Why didn't you come to us before? This is a real fucking mess now.
It came together for me.
Who's here?
Connor, send him in.
Oh.
Right, thought I heard a clown car pulling in.
Ideal.
Very appropriate description of that man.
Our company is a declining empire inside a declining empire.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, there's just something about betraying our father that just doesn't sit well with me.
He's a central player in a rotten cabal that has basically eaten the heart out of American democracy.
Yeah, but if he didn't do it, it would have been someone else making the same dollar off the same shit.
Okay, but it was him.
Maybe.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if someone else would have just taken that position. He is the person who did.
You're happy he went over your head and put in Jerry?
I think that Jerry is a good choice, yeah.
Whatever. Defend Dad all you want, but Jerry can look after herself.
Don't
Can't
say
hide
that.
under the covers with Mommy.
Oh, fuck off, Siobhan.
Oh, you love showing your pee-pee to everyone, but someday you know you're actually gonna have to something.
You.
Rum.
Bitch.
Oh.
What?
That was low.
That was an overreaction. That was not.
Can we just try to keep this nice?
Yeah, maybe going after his sexual issues wasn't needed in that conversation.
Was I too harsh?
Are you kidding? He loves it. He'll be out there jerking off wearing my ex-wife's panties.
I mean, he does seem to have masochistic tendencies, but coming from his siblings, teasing him, probably not the person he wants to hear from. Oh, Marsha showed up. Who's with her? Divorce lawyer?
Thank you.
Those kids of yours.
Oh.
I know.
Are you alright?
You know, y'all can't blame the kids when he made them into what they are. How do you say those bleeping kids when he's done nothing but abuse them? How can you blame them for having such a strained relationship with their father when he screwed the relationship up? It is not on them. I don't blame these kids for always being at each other's throats and his. He set the stage. It's like you set the stage and you're pissed off at what you created.
And we have to take responsibility because we knew.
I didn't know.
Sure, whatever, but yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Did you?
No?
No.
The pipeline of sad dancers who got used and abused and promised some Hollywood bullshit, we knew.
Right, no, I mean, I kind of knew, that there was, but I didn't know to the... Okay, but what did we know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're responsible, Shiv, but the guys, Dad, Mo, the wolf pack.
We knew. The jokes and the vibe to women and to the...
What those guys in Dad's study were laughing about.
No, I didn't know that dancers were for their jobs, and I didn't know that we threw fucking migrants off boats and covered it up as a matter of secret company policy. No, I didn't know what they were laughing about.
Don't get in the pool with Mo.
Yeah, well, I didn't get in the pool with any of those creeps.
Yeah.
Creeps! Thank you, creeps!
I just want to hug my kids, okay? I'll be right back. We don't even need to get into this, okay?
I know Shiv ain't sitting here saying really getting upset over the whole picadillos of who knew what. Miss Ma'am, I remember you flinging your hair back, walking all head high with your dad, shoulder and shoulder. Yeah, these women, we didn't do nothing. We didn't know nothing, no one can scare us. Shiv, I'm sick of it. Just, god damn, girl. Stop pretending you ain't shit.
Wife back by his side so that if we fly or if we go
Obviously, I have some requests.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right.
I was quite humiliated by his infatuation with that woman.
because we really would say that nothing ever happened.
She's a whore, and it's not my problem if she wouldn't finish him.
What the hell?
Got it. Got the message.
So, I will need my role on the trust.
Oh, yeah,
finalized,
that was a...
Amir's prospects assured, my daughter taken care of, and improvements in my financial position.
You know, she called what's Rhea a whore, but at least Rhea left. The second she found all this shit, she packed up and left. Miss Ma'am, you ain't calling nobody a whore right now.
The numbers I'm going to propose will sound like very, very large numbers. But if you consider them in terms of the difficulties it would present Mr. Roy to...
Hey, get your money, honey. But don't be calling other women whores when, you know, this ain't pretty.
I take Asia, you take Egypt, Shiv takes Europe, Khan, the rest of the world.
Right.
Thanks. Separate divisions. I could oversee us as CEO on paper as we shift to these spheres of influence and evaluate.
So you'll oversee
And
us.
there it goes.
Well, I'd offer my leadership initially as a just a necessary part of it.
If I were to back you against Dad, I would need to take over.
What?
They all want to be CEO. I know there can only be one.
What do you think? If we got you, Frank?
Right, that's terminal.
Who ends up king potato?
Exactly. It all goes back to who's CEO.
I mean, I'm nobody is the thing. I've never worked in the company, and I don't even have a job title. But you can see it though, can't you?
Is it so necessary for y'all to be CEO? Y'all got so much money. Just figure something out. Jesus, you build your own little empire to run, and you can be CEO of that. I understand it. It's family legacy. It's what they know. They all want it. It's the thing they've dreamt of. But y'all really can't go out there and build something with all the money and the resources you have.
Dad sent donuts.
What?
Dad has sent some perfectly innocent and I'm sure safe to eat donuts. He wants us all to have a nice tea party.
Safe to eat donuts.
Why would I tell him?
Is he sniffing them? Do they think he poisoned the donuts? He's not killing his kids.
Poisoned donuts to the house of his grandchildren.
No, I'm like 98% sure those are not poisoned.
Are these donuts really poisoned?
I'm out.
Well, fine. You're irrelevant.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
You're not wanted.
It's like he hasn't heard that enough in his life.
Oh, shit.
Pass.
Pass. Why?
Number of reasons.
Like what? You think I can't win? Why? You owe me an explanation.
Oh, yeah, because you've always been very careful to keep me fully informed.
It's because you don't take over as edit?
Yeah.
Well, good luck with sleeping on that shit.
It's only your teats that give you any value.
Oh,
So, you know,
okay,
It's
Kendall.
only your teats.
Okay, Kendall's on my shit list again. You're on my shit list.
Calling it wrong.
Don't say you care about the victims when you just did that and said that about Shiv.
What?
Am I watching Kendall become his dad? Oh my God. No! My favorite character just became daddy. That was such a, is it just me or did I see Logan in the way he reacted? I swear that felt like such a Logan moment.
We have agents on the phone asking if Waystar is willing to accept service of a document subpoena.
Tell him to f off.
Carrie, hang on, he's kidding. Logan, I'm just wondering when we might start to play ball. I mean, everybody cooperates.
Maybe I don't do that dance.
And how does that feel in regards to the shareholder?
If he wants to hang himself, let him. Stop trying to save his dumb ass at this point. Who?
I like it. I like it. It's a good way. Yeah.
My God. Kendall, what the hell are you doing?
Good tweet!
Okay, allies don't always come in the form we like, but what Kendall Roy did was important and brave.
Boom! Boom!
This is pathetic, Kendall. This is pathetic.
He
clearly has mental health issues and
Right.
crazy guilt coupled with addiction. That's all this is, and it's sad.
Oh, maybe that one was right. That one struck a chord. That one struck a chord. You know what this is all remind in the season 1 finale when his father asked him, what is this all about? Like, what do you even want to do? What, like, why do you even want this? That's all I'm thinking when it comes to Kendall. Does Kendall even know who he is, what he wants in his life, why he thinks the way he thinks, why he feels the things he feels? Does he?
Should I give him something?
Yeah.
Know any of that?
The patriarchy!
What? Oh, Kendall.
At Rava's.
Are you gonna apologize?
I think I'm right. I am right. But I may be through.
I guess that's the way he tries to apologize. Starting off, I think I'm right.
Just trying to be more thoughtful now.
Do you just not want her to go public with what you said to her?
But it might be something like, Logan seems like a business-oriented guy. What's something special that you and your dad enjoy doing together?
No. Next question.
What?
Well, how about you, Lead? Is there some sort of childhood story that you'd like to tell?
Oh God, no! I don't want to know about this boy's childhood. This is gonna be disturbing.
So fly fishing in Montana.
He can't talk about his relationship with his father. That is an abusive one. It's like getting him to rehash his trauma. Can't even answer the questions.
I didn't know about any of this shit.
You keep saying
Well,
that.
you're on emails.
I don't believe you.
You know how many emails I get a day? I don't read my emails. I get the action point. I know. Shiv. We ran a cruise line out of some tin pot ports registered in bongo hovels, and we poured millions, and then sure, did we play rough with the odd union boss or some moaning mini repeat litigant? I don't know. It was a quarter of a century ago.
Oh, God.
A lot of it. So yes, I fought for you and your brother.
I want him to suffer. Do I buy it that he didn't know? No. He knew. The way he spoke to Rhea, he knew. Talked about Mo, who was his really good friend. Oh, absolutely. No. Stop lying. Because the way he switches up, the way he spoke to Rhea in that episode that she quit, and here, it's like, God damn, does this man have an honest bone in his body? It's just, he just says whatever the hell he feels like it.
Hey, Comfrey. Sophie and Wobie did me again tonight. Oh, shit.
Should we do this tomorrow?
Edit Pussy 2.
You know, I was happy that Kendall got his groove back, and now I want him to take it back. Go back, you know what? Go back to being Logan's puppet.
What happens is genetically inherited wealth and whiteness can cause neural pathways in the brain to constrict and make the patient believe he's woke when he's just a total fucking jackass.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Go on.
Thank you.
What do you think? Can you
I think
touch
we
base?
should talk
I
to
go
Barry
on.
because there's a couple ways to counter backlash, and it might not be the best.
Backlash. This is being in the conversation.
Yeah.
This is great.
Kendall, are you okay? Go back. This is not the version of Kendall I wanted. What is this version of Kendall? Go back to being season 1 Kendall. I mean, he was cringe in season 1, but he wasn't this cringy.
How is your guy?
How is my guy?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Greg? Or his independent lawyer that he was going to have?
it's very difficult to see a world in which this John Doe doesn't go to jail.
Oh, shit.
Right. Tom, it'll be okay.
What evidence do you have? Maybe it would be good to get out in front of it. If prison is likely, could I find any benefit in that, you know?
You mean cooperate?
No.
Yeah, it's a kind of a win from a no-win.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, it's punchy. Likely that no one goes to prison. Either way,
Either way, so either way, if he does go to prison, if he doesn't go to
it's kind of
prison.
Genius.
Shiv, are you saying what I think you're saying? Either way.
Well, you know, with a fair wind, I could be done in less than a year.
But no, you can't, Tom.
Is Tom gonna go to jail? I swear to God. Throw Greg in there as well and Logan. And you know what? Throw Kendall in there. Maybe that's what he needs. A good old stint. What is up with Kendall right now? Is it all publicity is good publicity?
Hey, Jess. I'm going in.
Okay, to the office?
Okay? Yeah.
You know, I just realized
Yeah, I
something.
said
The
that was a
difference between the version of the first half of season 1 is that that version of Kendall was sober. I completely forgot. He has not been sober since that failed vote of no confidence. I just realized that. He's an addict. It's like I keep forgetting that part of his personality, and I don't know why. This is on brand. He's just doing what makes him feel like scratches that itch.
Hey, man.
Would I be wrong to say Kendall's like a child? Like he's acting like a child. Like just attention seeking.
What time does the town hall start?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Who came in? Who was it? Was it?
What?
Oh.
Just checking in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just...
Well, you're not terrifying of a dude. Oh my goodness. You are very terrifying of a dude.
No, you.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, maybe that'll remind you that yeah. Stop acting like a dumbass right now. Exactly. Remind him of the boy that died at the bottom of a lake. Maybe that'll put his ass into make this more put some shit in perspective. Stop acting like this. And here I thought Kendall was being serious, and then I'm like, what am I saying? He's not sober. There's no seriousness in him when he's sober. Rarely any seriousness in his sober or long-term seriousness.
I'm Siobhan Roy, Waystar's new president of domestic operations, and I'm paying particular and specific attention to corporate responsibility. I know that some of you have concerns, and I'm here to tell you and implement.
Kendall? Is
Some
that
people
Kendall?
might think this issue is a joke, but I assure you, we take it very seriously. Just thank you.
It's got to be Kendall.
We got that sorted?
Who put that there? That's not Ken. I don't think that's Kendall. I think someone at the corporation did that. Yeah, well, when you want to be the face of this, yeah. Why is it that everyone wants to be in a leadership position, but seemingly does not want to actually be a leader, which means to take responsibility for actions that may have happened while you weren't aware, while you weren't in position of power? Like, is that not part of leadership roles? Wow.
Now do you see? Huh?
Oh, so that was Kendall? Huh. I thought it was someone in the company that did that.
Us all to sign it.
Man, this is quite a rich brew.
Well, I think a formal response really draws a line under it.
It's kind of a greeting card from hell.
What?
It's a Times New Roman firing squad. Yeah, it's... Drug addict, serial liar, absentee father.
Two of those isn't true.
No, it's accurate, but this would be out there, like, forever.
You know, PGN pulls up that photo of me with a...
You're full of shit.
What?
I'm not signing.
Roman, why not?
Because I don't want to. It makes me feel unwell.
They don't want to smear their brother to this extent. I get where she's angry because I guess Kendall was the one who was responsible. I figured it wasn't Kendall because it seems so spur of the moment he wanted to go in, and it's like, how the hell did he get those stereos in there? Or like, how was he able to commandeer the stereos? But I guess it was Kendall. But yeah, I see why she wants to go after him after what he just did.
So what do we do with this? Because this is actually really sort of nothing, I think.
Really? Because it's something.
No, I wouldn't say it's
Well,
nothing.
that's below the belt. Is the world seeing this, or just basically us?
Yeah, the whole world.
Uh-huh.
It's not private anymore.
No.
No.
Okay. Can I still go on? I feel like I still go on, right?
Oh yeah, Shiv hit him where it hurts. Uh-huh. Shiv got him. And I don't mind. She got him. Because Kendall's been acting real stupid.
I saw your little interview.
Oh, right, yeah, we don't have to dissect
I
that.
love my daddy.
Excuse you. Let's not say slurs.
Fishing thing. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, that was Connor, actually. Connor took me on that. But, you know, single, multi-use, happy childhood memory.
He has no happy memories with you.
But the events of the last days have made it clear that our hopes for his recovery were misplaced. I've now been a direct witness to his misogynistic rants.
I mean, you did say really misogynistic shit
The FBI
towards
is
her.
downstairs.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me the off.
Yeah, these are the ones who don't off. This is a search warrant.
What do they do at the front desk?
Oh, shit. Yes! Yes!
Did Michelin do? She's got no acumen.
Well, I guess the government isn't a Pez dispenser. You know, push a button and something pops out the other end.
Yes, I am well
Apparently
aware.
there's about 20 of them down
Why
there.
don't we just have...
What?
If you don't open the door, they will kick it in. And if you don't open the filing cabinet, they will pull out a crowbar. This is a show of resolve. And there are cameras outside, and they do not need to see the FBI.
Let's go, Jerry. Oh, cooperate. God damn. Oh, you know what? Don't cooperate. Make things worse. Make it worse.
Cooperate.
Oh, damn. I kind of wanted him to say don't cooperate. Yeah. Gotta love the windbreakers when they come strolling in. I don't, though. But I do. Was he smiling? I can't tell. Oh, God. Kendall started it. And I'm not mad at it. I just wish he did it with more seriousness to him, but that was expecting too much. Okay, so that was the first 3 episodes of season 3, and I'm already loving this season. Like, in just episode 1, I fell in love with it more than I did the entirety of season 2. Like, season 2, while necessary, was like dragging for me, but man, oh man, season 3 came in swinging. You know how some shows, they go through like the sophomore slump, like you have it in albums, like, you know, when an artist puts out their first album, it's a banger, and then their second one is like, it's always, so I know, how can I put it? I think for shows, they say it's usually season 3, like it takes a turn and then they find the rhythm in season 4 or whatever, but either way, season 2, unfortunately, Succession did hit the sophomore slump for me. I'm just speaking personally, but season 3, oh, I love it. I have fallen in love with Succession all over again. Funnily enough, season 2 in the finale, Logan's like, when they're about to throw Jerry under the bus, and Jerry's out there fighting for her, and Roman's fighting for her as well, in that like last supper dinner thing where they're all deciding, well, would you consider that the last? I think the one where they reveal Kendall to be the one who's gonna go under is more like last supper-y. Like, okay, how about last supper part 1, last supper part 2? But in the first part of the last supper, everyone's like throwing Jerry under the bus, and Logan's like, no, she's like the most loyal person here. Absolutely not. And then they put her in a position of power, and the switch up, it's like, watch her. He doesn't trust her anymore. It's like, I'm starting to see he doesn't trust anyone. And I get like, oh, when you're in this kind of position of power, you really can't trust anyone. But part of it is the way he treats people. You can't trust anyone because of the way you treat people. Like, you would be less concerned about betrayal and disloyal individuals if you didn't necessarily give them a reason to not like you, but that's all you do. All this man does is give people, with every word out of Logan Roy's mouth, is a reason not to like him. And I don't think he particularly, like, how can I put it? Does he care about being liked? No, but at the same time, yes. It's strange. It's very, well, no, he doesn't care if people like him. He wants them to do what he wants them to do. Very control freakish. And I got, unfortunately, vibes of Logan and Kendall in that scene where they all have to, between the siblings, where they all have to like agree or disagree to joining him. And the switch up was very Logan, like the way he turned on all of them and just started ripping into them horrifically. Yeah, I hope he doesn't become Logan, but I think after what we saw in these last 2 episodes with him being just so, what's the word for it? Like attention seeking, unserious, just taking everything as a joke. It's like, it's such a serious matter. And when he stood up, it's like, okay, it's like you're getting serious Kendall back. But then I came to the realization, literally while I was watching, he's probably not sober. Is he, like, can you all tell me if he's actually sober? I don't think he is. He's hanging, like, he's not, right? He's not clean. Can someone let me know whether or not Kendall's clean? I don't think he's clean. I feel like that would have been made a point of if he did stop somewhere along the way, but I don't think he has. And I'm losing hope that he ever will by the series end get clean. I don't think he will. I'm slowly giving up hope on that. Oh God. I think whatever hope he had at getting clean probably died with that boy. I feel like he's probably going to live his life in a non-sober state in order to cope with his existence in a way. I definitely think the drugs has become a coping mechanism for him just so he can get by through his day. Like, it's not, yes, he is absolutely an addict. There's that. But I also feel part of it is guilt. This is why it's like, it's a numbing effect in some way, I think. But yes, Kendall, when he went into Waystar, initially while I was watching them put the song that was saying assault me, no, that wasn't the word, but I don't want to use the word, but you know what I'm saying. While they were saying it, it's like, I didn't think it was Kendall because it was coming off the scene where the guy comes in and he's like, yeah, we know what you did. We know about the boy. So cut this BS and leave. I honestly didn't think, because it was coming off that scene, it was Kendall. I thought it maybe was a disgruntled worker there because they did go over, they were coming off that scene with that, the questions, they were going over questions, and Roman's like, oh, I don't think people who are even asking these questions should work here. Like, these questions are horrible. They showed prior to that scene, like, there's echoes of dissent at Waystar Royco. So I thought maybe it was someone other than Kendall, but I guess it really was Kendall who, like, commandeered the speakers in the room. I'm guessing. I thought the speakers were placed there, but when I think about it, they probably had speakers to project her voice there and he commandeered it. Because, like, how do you not notice stereos that weren't supposed to be there are now there? And we're not questioning that. Like, I don't know. But either way, I'm assuming it was Kendall that was responsible for that very distasteful song playing while his sister is up there speaking on those allegations. Now, do I think anything out of Shiv's mouth was honest or earnest? Absolutely not. But does that mean what putting a song while a woman is up there? It was all so distasteful. And then there's the added fact that is your sister underneath that. Like, there's a familial level to doing that as well that just makes it so gross. So I understand why Shiv went with that blow and really, like, essentially painted him out to be mentally unstable, which in my personal opinion, he's not stable. He's not stable. There, you know, while I was watching, I'm like, okay, initially I'm like, yes, Kendall's got his groove back. In season 1, I'm like, episode 1, I'm like, yes, this is it. And then slowly but surely, Kendall started to show his ass. And it became less and less serious, less and less focused, all about all the things it shouldn't be about. And then I came to like this realization that I'm comparing this version of Kendall to the first half of Kendall, the first half of season 1 Kendall. And then I came to that realization that version of him was sober. He's not sober. I don't think he is. And it's like he's chasing this high of this attention. It's like he was so low and now he's so high. It's like he's just vacillating between these two spaces in his head. It ain't real. That and while I was watching, I was just thinking back to that episode. Was it the finale? I think it was season 1 finale, when he gives his father the papers and he tells him that they're gonna buy out Waystar underneath him and they're gonna do a hostile takeover. And he talks all this stuff about how he wants to do good in this world, and his father essentially calls him out on his BS. Like, you don't mean any of that. Do you even know what you want to do, your direction life? Do you know any of this? And that's all I'm thinking when he's pursuing this. Like, is this real for you? What is the end game? What's your purpose? Where do you go with all of this? Do you even believe in the things you're saying? And it's like, no, he clearly doesn't. So it's like, damn, Kendall, just when I started to love you and root for you, you go and say some really sexist shit towards your sister. And he knows it was wrong, but he does it because that's like his instinct. That's learned behavior that he probably learned from his dad. He probably saw his father do it 1,000 times over, and his learned behavior kicked in. It's like you see moments in all of the siblings where their nature comes up against their nurture, and then their nurture comes up against their nature, and you can see the little conflict between who they probably naturally are versus all the things their fathers inundated them with. Ugh. And then you have Tom over here ready to fall on the sword, and I wonder if part of it is he thinks if he gives himself up, it'll be like, you know how you take a plea deal, like you can get less if you just plead guilty or confess, you get a lesser sentencing in certain cases, not all. But in this case, I'm wondering if Greg's lawyer painted a very bleak situation where there is no way out, and his best option. I wish we've gotten that scene. We didn't see Tom with his lawyers when I know he says he wants to get an independent lawyer and figure out his position, and then Shiv comes home and he tells her. So I'm like, I wish I've gotten to see that scene and how his lawyer painted it out, so I would be able to like gauge more efficiently like what is at the heart of Tom willing to fall on his sword in this matter. Not to say that he's free of any wrongdoing, because he knows it was wrong what he did. It's why he set Greg up to do it, and it's why that wasn't his first idea. He didn't want that I've always said it. Greg's first idea on how to handle it was the right idea. Go public, do it right, do it well, but that got dashed. I don't even think it was a possibility. Like, I've come to the realization that while Greg's isolated behavior was wrong, I feel like with or without Greg being the one to tell Jerry, there was no way in hell Tom was able to schedule a press conference and come clean with all these allegations without someone shutting him down before it even got there. So with or without Greg's spilling of the beans to Jerry, it was never going to happen. But that was never going to go down, and you kind of get that feel. Well, you kind of come to that realization in season 2. There was no way Tom was going to be able to do a press conference with or without Greg snitching. So yes, what Greg did in an isolated scenario was foul. So which is why a lot of it, anytime he preaches, it feels very hypocritical. It's like, shut up. Like you already, like, no, shut up. You're just a social climber. You and Tom, you're peas in a pod because you're both climbers, and you want to present yourselves off not to be. I think Greg less so than Tom. Like, Greg doesn't want to present himself as a climber or someone who's just trying to get money to be comfortable. And not to say that's inherently wrong, but it's like, don't stand on some kind of moral high ground and say, oh, I don't want to work for ATN, racism, fascism, sexism, all this. Don't say all the isms when you're cozying up against the people who are enforcing and powering the isms. It's like, Greg, shut up and just admit you're trash. Like Kendall said it, we're all trash. We all knew. Like, let's not play the semantic game. We all had that feeling, that vibe when we're around these guys. You may have not known, but you got the feeling and you knew, and you kind of lived with it and moved on from it. So it's like, spare me the whole retconning of I didn't know. You knew something was off, and you did not pursue what might have felt off about the situation. So it's like Greg, all of them, it's like you're all in the same barrel of shit. And you're like swimming around pointing fingers and slinging shit, and it's like, but it's interesting to watch. Oh man. So yes, Tom, it's like I wish I gotten that scene when he gets the information that he will most likely do jail time. So I know, is it just he's trying to get ahead of the inevitable and lessen the punishment he could face? Because like I said, he knew what he was doing was wrong. That's why he set Greg up to do it, which was wrong as well. So it's like, is it his guilt? Is it his willingness to accept that punishment that's fueling it? Is it partially because he feels like Shiv doesn't love him, and it's like, what's the point of all of this? Like, does he feel like he's never going to become CEO, or there's no hope that he'll be able to climb the ranks? He's not, they call him your family, but not family. Like, you may have married the family, but you ain't family. Is it just him realizing the futility of his goals that he had through marrying Shiv? Shiv doesn't even love him like that. He's unhappy in his marriage. Is it just all of that pushing him to do it? I wish I've gotten a bit more in regards to Tom's mind state behind it. Is it a moral conundrum that he's at? That's why he's willing to take the fall? Because who offers themselves up to go to prison like that? Like yes, people do it, but more often than not, self-preservation kicks in. It's like, I don't want to go to prison. Even people who are guilty of doing a crime, they more than likely do not want to go to prison. There's a reason why it's a punishment. You don't want it. Oh, so I'm interested in Tom's headspace and where he's coming from in that regard. Now, Logan, oh, good Lord. Every time he goes on a spiel about how I didn't know anything, I'm innocent, it's like, sir, you damn well spoke to Rhea and all but admitted that sexual harassment and assault, and maybe even worse, was happening with your good old buddies. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a good Catholic boy, don't even take my shirt off, and yet it's all these little dogs at the bottom that are committing it. Like, that's something I've noticed with all of these, including their father. It's like they inherited their father, that trait. You want to be the boss, you want to be the leader, you're cripping for CEO, and yet no one actually wants to be a leader, which is taking responsibility for actions that you may have not committed, may have not even had knowledge of, but you know what? You were at the helm of that ship. You know how the captain goes down? Like, the captain didn't hit the iceberg, but you know what? I'm gonna go down with this ship. It's like it's like everyone wants the position, but no one wants to take responsibility for anything that goes wrong. It's like Shiv wants to be CEO, but she doesn't want to be like, oh, I didn't know anything, I'm not responsible, why do I have to cop to anything? Like, that's part of leadership skills. You're a head of a group of people in a corporation, you're the face of this. You may not have been the one to commit the wrongdoing, but it happened under your watch. It's so annoying to see people crip for CEO and yet none of them are leaders. In fact, I would say Tom being willing to go to prison is probably the most leaderish thing that's happened here, regardless of his motivations. The willingness to actually be punished or stand up and say, this is what I did, isn't that part of leadership skills? The willingness to accept responsibility for a wrongdoing? Or is that just me? Is that not part of leadership skills? Someone worthy of being followed is someone who's willing to take responsibility for something that happened under their watch? Or is that just me? Like, none of them are showing it, and yet you're watching them all chase for something that inherently, none of them have actually shown true leadership skills. Whatever, it makes for good TV though. Oh man, I feel like I have fallen in love with Succession all over again. The FBI is reading his shit. Listen, if you don't know this by now, everything wrong that happens to Logan Roy, I am hooting and hollering for. Do not expect me to feel sorry for Logan Roy. It ain't happening. If and when his character, what do you mean if and when his character dies? Because I fully expect that shit to happen. And when he dies, it's going to be those kids are going to be at each other's necks. But when he dies, oh man, I am going to be hooting and hollering. I'm not going to drink, but I'm telling you this, I'm going to have my cup raised to the sky when he takes his last breaths. And there is nothing, no performance by Brian Cox, no matter, even like, listen, I am the most sensitive little thing. I cry at everything, but let me tell you, if I do end up crying, there'll be tears of joy, because I fully expect this character to kick the bucket before the end of it. I am for everything that goes wrong in Logan Roy's life is a plus. Anyways, if you enjoy the reaction, go ahead and give it a like. I truly appreciate the support and the comments. And if you want to, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all next time. Oh, and you can pop over to Patreon and see the full-length reactions over there. See you all next time. Bye, everyone. And a special thanks to the patrons: Kyle, Now, Midgie, Maya, Jenny, Katie, Tawny, See-Through Battle Monsters, Terrence, Simone, Sarah, Tyler, Juan, Beto, Ash, Jordan, Jennifer, Nicole, Freddie, Hall of Fame LeBron, Marcella, Gabrielle, Alicia, Carmdaw, Annalie, Cozy Cobra, Sushi Senpai, Gazelle, Maddie, Kate, Victoria, Queen Lydia, Sierra's Reaction Corner, Dexter, Chairshire Cat, Drew, That Weird Person, Luke, Shirley, Salty.